Hello Internet, it's Olivier, and today I'm going to do something a bit special. This is a video format I've never done before. It's got still pictures, it's got videos, it's got a live, and it's got the neighbors laughing and making noise and whatnot. I was trying to do this video yesterday, but I'm fighting with my editing software again. I'm using Premiere Element, and it just keeps crashing. It's annoying. If you know a better one, fairly cheap, please let me know and I'll use that. Okay, so I'm going to try and give you as many tips as I can, and hopefully they will help, because every time I've asked my followers, what do you want to watch, people will say, do a full-length long portrait video. So here you are. The live was filmed with Graffiti Kings, so you can see the live on their platform as well, and big shout out to them for letting me do this. So this is the picture I took about, I don't know, maybe 7-8 months ago, maybe a year, I don't know. The model is Iga, and as I said, I painted her before, but I didn't really like what I did, so I'm going to do it again. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm kind of like mimicking an airbrush technique. So I'm using Tana Brown from '94, one of my favorites. And because it's a white base, I can, if I put it full on, that's the darkest color. But if I just mist it, that's I'm playing with the white to get a different tone. Then I'll get the darker brown, and I'll do the same. So just with like 2 or 3 colors, that's how I do most of my skin tones, as opposed to have, a ton of colors and all that. I've got another video about my resident colors, I think. It was on Instagram at least. But if not, I can do another video about that if you want to know more about my colors. Oh no, of course I did. Yeah, there is a video about my colors. Yeah, so nice and light. I'm using a skinny probe. It's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna have to do the hair freestyle without using the phone. But we'll see how we get on. Love this paint. Alright, so as you can see, just like that, I'm creating different tones just with one color, just by overlapping it. And I'm having to use a skinny because if I was using a fat like an Astro, it'd be too coarse, too sudden. It wouldn't be as misty as this. Okay, for the forehead, I'm gonna use an Astro because it's not so many tones and it's especially darker. So I'll have to use a skinny afterwards anyway. I kind of like to use one color everywhere, then I use another color everywhere, then another, so on. And once I'm done with that, then I can start adding details. But I don't want to do the cheek with this color and then do another fade or whatever. And this is already, it's still white. This is fine if you're doing oil painting, but with cans it's kind of a different technique. I mean, so I do it at least. I like to sort of go everywhere with one color, then move on. Okay, same with this. That's pretty much one color, so I'm going to use a Astro. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get a bit closer. But so with a skinny, that's the sort of dots you get. And with an Astro, it's a lot coarser. Obviously, in the final picture, you're not going to see this, but whatever. Why is it so dark? Okay, I'm gonna put this back on time lapse. Now I'm using MURAL Rubble, Oak Brown, but this is a color I used to use for lips. But I've realized Compact Red is a better one for lips. I normally use Marron Glacé, but I've got a few of those that I want to use, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so since I've only got about half an hour, I'm just going to put this back on time lapse. Just wanted to just explain this, and I'll carry on with the voiceover. Before you guys tell me anything, I know about the mic, but I broke my mic from the GoPro, so that's the only audio I have. If you want to see some more videos about painting portraits like this, like a long video, let me know and I'll do more of those. So here we are, just about to start the live, so it's a bit weird as a video like this, but I just thought it might be useful, so enjoy! Alright, let me just put this like that. Cool. Alright, so how I'm going to start this, I'm going to start kind of dark and then I'm going to go into light. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to use 94s, MTN 94s. And this is chocolate brown. It's one of my favorite colors for portraits, and they only did it, I think, about a year and a half ago, and I've been wanting this paint for like probably 5 years or so, so really glad they got this. I'm going to put an astro on this, so you can put any fat that you want. And I'm just going to go against the face. I'm only going to do a side of the face, but I want to do like a big area that's dark, and then I can start doing the detail. Okay, I'm sort of doing this freestyle. Let me see if we can see a bit better. Like that, that's probably better. So because I can't use the phone, I don't have the reference, I'm just gonna sort of blag it, but it doesn't really matter. I just want to do this to explain the way I paint hair, basically. Okay, so thank you. So now that this is in place, which obviously didn't take that long, you can see it's just a few lines just to get an idea of what's going on. What I want to do is I want to create more colors that I actually have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some yellow and I'm going to dust the whole thing. I'm going to show you what it looks like if you were to use yellow to paint blonde hair. As you can see, no hablo español. As you can see with yellow, it looks really fake. So whenever you use yellow, tripod is messing about. Hang on, one sec. So yeah, so when you're using yellow to sort of make to help the hair look blonde. You just want to overlap it. You want to dust it on. You don't want to paint it like I just did, unless you're doing an anime manga kind of thing. So I'm just going to cover it and paint some yellow over the top. I'm also going to go on the brown, but I don't want to put too much yellow on the brown because that's going to look green and weird. So I'm mainly going to go on the beige instead. Cool. Man, I like your Arabic tag. We were in Saudi Arabia and I was trying to do a graph in Arabic, but we didn't have the time. But maybe if you want to write Olivierr or Zeytoun, I'll do a graph on it.
Someone on there, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just off bringing some coffee over.
Look at this. I got black here. Nice.
Yeah.
So if you carry on painting properly, eventually you'll get to the point where you get brought coffee to your place. It's brilliant. And madeleines.
Have you had blueberry?
Nope.
That's the first time for everyone.
And for the French people out there, and no madeleines. Midwest, New Zealand, cool, and Belgium, man, all over the place. All right, so let me just show you what it looks like when you put when you overlap some yellow. Okay, so at this point it still looks fake, but by the time I add this and white over and over again, it's gonna look cool. Coffee time, yeah, me too. So at this point, what you want to do is grab a madeleine. That's how you're playing good. You eat madeleine.
Need energy.
I think that's my third coffee.
Did I? Oh, you'd be buzzing all day, wouldn't you?
Okay, so it doesn't look too cartoony. Malaysia, Gibraltar, man, you guys are from everywhere. So I don't want it to look too fake. So what I want to do is I want to knock the saturation of the hair. So for this I'm going to use the brown and I'm going to dust a little bit of black on it. So then all the hair looks kind of dull and then I'll liven it up a bit. So a bit of brown. A bit of black. And if you tune in tonight or tomorrow morning, if I don't have time to do it, but tonight should be done. If you tune in to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the full painting because I've got the GoPro right above as well that's filming. So you'll see how I painted. Man, that's a V8, I think. You'll see how I painted the face, and the reason I'm saying that is because I'm about to do the same with the hair. So I'm going to use her skin tone, which is Tana Brown, and I'm going to apply more and less just to show different colors with just one can. Are we getting our dog from what? Okay, I don't know, I missed that. Alright, so now I'm gonna start adding some detail, but I don't want to do too much. I still want to layer it and, you know, go sort of progressional. If I was to do this without filming it, I would do the rest, like all this side and everything, like this, because I would want everything to look pretty much the same, so work on the whole thing at the same time. With the face, I did the same. I did this cheek, that cheek, you know, everything. I didn't just finish that. I mean, the face is not even finished. It was just so that there was something to look at. She looks like me. No, man, she looks like me. I wouldn't know. But yeah, whenever you're working, you want to do the whole thing at the same time, and then add some detail here, and then come back more detail and so on. So now I'm just going to put just a bit of detail. Oh, actually, well, I'm also a photographer, and so to answer your question about Louisiana, she's actually from Poland. We did a photo shoot together last year sometime, and got some cool shots. I painted it before, but I wasn't happy about this one, so I wanted to do it again. So this is what I want to show you in this video. Basically, whenever you paint hair, you don't want to do like, you know, what we all did when we were a kid, like loads of lines. It's fine if you want to paint wet hair. That's what you should do. You know, do loads of lines to show like the streaks and everything. Unless you're doing my hair, which is not much. But whenever you want to show like a fluffy hair, like a big thing, you want to. You don't want to have too many of those runaway lines kind of thing. Let me do them in white so you'll see them better. Not so much with 94, but with some other brand, sometimes it's hard to get the ball bearing to get unstuck on the dry paint. Just knock it on the wall a couple of times and that comes off. Nigeria, Indiana, cool. Hi everybody. Wales. So I'm only going to do a few streaks. It's actually on the wall that size is actually too early to use a skinny. So Mark, what's up, man? How do I do a wave? My friend Mark Mina is on, and look out for him. I really want him to start doing some lives because the guy's hilarious and is awesome artist. So looking forward to that. So at this point, I want to do I want to put an astro because for this kind of hair, it'll be better with a thicker, a broader line because I'm still gonna mix in some different colors. By the way, I'm in the garden. I feel super weird. Everybody's listening. Yeah, right. I always feel like a douche when I'm doing a live or something. Hi guys. Whatever. If it helps some people. Okay, so I think at this point that's probably going to be enough to show some waves. So I'm going to cover this now with mainly this light color, and everywhere you see it's kind of like the white meets the yellow, I'm going to blend in with some brown so then it creates even more depth into it. And once that's done, then I'll start adding loads of hair that sort of go, you know, like stray hairs that go everywhere. And now I'm overlapping the whole thing. Okay, at this point we're gonna be I love you too, man. At this point we're about halfway through, so all I need, as you can see between the oh, by the way, I know the quality of my phone when I'm shooting from the front is not amazing, but when it's at the back it's kind of hard for me to see what I'm doing. Texas, howdy partner. So yeah, at this point what I want to do is, you can see between the face and the hair where it's dark and light. That's what I want to do with the hair here. So then it creates a lot of depth. That's too flat. Thanks, man. All right, so I'm going to use the brown. Actually, I don't want to do the thin lines. What I want to do is put the can sideways. So then I get a sharp line here and a fade. Because what I want to do is create some, you know, I want to make the hair look wavy. Beautiful, me or her? You can see it's sort of going, you know, all sorts of ways. You really want to create depth, so that bit is further back. This is up. This is up. Just looked a bit bare with nothing. Okay, so this is that's so hard to spray painting. Nah, not really, just practice. So okay, so there's a lot of brown in the hair there. So even though she's a blonde, you want to start whenever you people ask me this all the time and I never quite know how to answer. They say, do you start dark then go light, or light then go dark? In most cases it doesn't matter. I think for the hair you want to go a lot darker, then go light. Let me think about every types of hair. Yeah, I think that works for everything. Yeah, so I think as far as the face, it depends, you do what you want, but with the hair I would say I normally always start dark, then go light, and once that's done, then I go with the highlights and the little dark bits at the end. So at this point, even though she's a blonde, you want to take it this dark, and then you can lighten it up. Because if you try and match, thank you, my eyes. If you try to match the color, this is a lot of the time the problem when you painting and you realize, oh, it doesn't look like I want it to look, whatever. You got to take it super dark, then bring it light, or vice versa. That's how you create the depth. So if it's kind of a bad example because the face is probably about a third done. I still all of this. I mean, all of there. You know, you've got loads of shadows that I haven't put yet. So you want to make it a lot darker than you need to do. Then you bring it brighter, and then that's how it looks more 3D and more realistic. My hair done. Quarantine roots. Yeah, me too. I even had to cut my own hair yesterday, so it's not amazing. Anyway, so I think now we got about 20-30% left, and that's it. That's gonna be it. And you want to goes over paint. Paint. Yeah, that's the great thing about spray paint. You can paint whatever color. Okay, yellow, it's kind of different sometimes depending on the brand. But apart from yellow, you can cover everything. And if, like me, you're a fan of 94, you can see there it says, so you got 2 stars and then you got some, looks like the phone connection lines or whatever. So that shows you how much it covers. So you can see for yellow, that's full coverage. I normally use a mask when I'm inside. When I'm outside, it depends. What I do is I kind of breathe out and then, you know, go in, whatever. This is called El Dorado. It's not the best yellow, it's a bit on the orange side, but it covers really well. Anyway, speaking of yellow, I'm gonna just dust a little bit more. And a bit of white as well to help it. Are you sunbathing? Brilliant. Really? Sorry, Mommy. I'm gonna have to water my garden tomorrow. Oh, today. Alright. And with that, I'm gonna put a bit of white because even though what I said about the contrast is true, I just want to make it a bit lighter. Don't put your cup. I know. Bonne maman, c'est de la bonne, hein? This is how you build a strong immune system, by breathing in planes. I did not say that. Okay. 2 steps and I think we're good. Same again. So I've flood fill the whole thing with yellow, then with white, and I'm gonna go with beige. And those ones. Don't know what your question is, but if you're asking what nozzles I'm using, I only use 2. Sometimes I use a red needle for like the pores of the skin, like little splatter effect, like in the previous life. But these are the 2. This is Skinny Pro, the smallest cap you can get, I think. And in Montana, the German Montana, I think it's level, I don't know, level 6 or level 1, either way. And this is Astro, my 2 favorite. The biggest, smallest, awesome. Hello from Canada, shout out from London. See this rail there? Yeah. The thing with a mask is what people don't tell you. But obviously I've been painting for years and using masks for years. Is when it's hot and you wear the mask, you can't breathe. So it's like, do you want to breathe paint or you don't want to breathe at all? So you basically force yourself to wear a mask. But on a day like today, it's when I was working in the Philippines and also in Egypt, it was so hot, like the mask, like you're sweating, you can't breathe, like literally there's no air coming through. So it's not just like, obviously always wear a mask, but I'm just explaining why sometimes, whatever. And also I'm doing a live. I can't talk to you if I'm wearing a mask. Hello from Canada? Well, from London. Okay, so now I like the tone. I like the way the color, the way the hair color is. So now I'm gonna start adding a few stray hairs with this. Then I'll do the same with white, and then I'll just dust it on with that. You can use. Oh, this is a very bad thing. I've got my. Show you. Look at my cans in the sun. Don't put your cans in the sun. In order to have. Whoa. Let me put it back where it was. It's about here. Stop wobbling. In order to have really skinny lines, whenever you're painting, you want your cans to be fairly cold. So you want to keep them at least in a shade or in a cool bag or whatever. When they're in the sun, it's good if you want to do big fills, but it's harder to control even with a skinny when they're in the sun, because there's like increased pressure. Anyway, hair. Cool. Ah, I've put too much. Okay, exactly what I didn't want to do. So now it's starting to look a bit too flat. So it's a good thing I still got to add some little stray hairs. The stray hairs are the ones that cross the path in the wrong way, basically. So all the hairs flowing in one direction, and then you got the thing going in the other direction. So I'm gonna add some transparent black, which I haven't yet, which would be the right color, and then I'll go back with this and white, and we'll be done. Yeah, better. Brown, just a touch. White. Cool, I think, yeah, that's about right. Okay, so... Ah, sorry, missed your comments. I did something. Saudi Arabia, man, we're there in January. A really warm place. It was actually super cold here, and then in Saudi it was super hot, which was pretty cool. Nice hot here. Grave le relief avec le sol très de brun. I guess I'll answer in English, not in French. That's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get as many colors as I can from as little amount of cans as possible. Just easier when you're painting. Literally, you've got hardly any cans. Cooperate. You've got hardly any cans on the floor, as opposed to having, like, you know, a ton of different a ton of different colors, and then it takes you ages. You look at the floor, you're like, which one is it? You know. So this way, I just find it's quicker. Denmark, Dansk. Hallo. How do you say hi in Danish? Varsågod. No, that's not it. Can't remember. I'm losing my Norwegian. Anyway, so at this point, there's enough straight hair and everything. I'm gonna cover some of them, but not too close with this one, so I don't totally get rid of the white. So then it'll be a nice 3D sort of effect. Ozzy, what's up? Venezuela. Okay, so now what I'm doing mainly is, I know it's not painted here, and it would look better if I did it, you know, like which I will do eventually on the finished piece. Is that even in the shot? Whatever. But don't worry about it. I just want to show you the technique itself. And again, if you want to check out the full video on YouTube coming tonight, I'll try and edit it tonight. You can see like the full picture. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do to it. But I'm just going to do a few more. And instead of painting straight, what I want to do is paint sideways. Because as I'm painting sideways, say the wall is here, that line is going to be straight, and that's a fade, like I showed earlier. Like basically that. So there's a straight line and there's a fade, because you don't want those so many hairs. That's wet hair. This, you want it to look like there are loads of hair, but it's like a mass of a hair as opposed to individual strands. No habla español. Nah, I mean. Okay, so that was the live. It's always a bit more stressful when I'm doing a live because I got to be careful what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and everything. So, and obviously, at the moment we're in the garden, we've got the kids. My landlord came and gave me a coffee, which is cool. Like whatever, it's mind you, it's pretty much the same as when I'm painting in the street. There's so many things that are unattended and unexpected. I can't cover too many things, mainly because my software is annoying, the GoPro is malfunctioning or something, whatever. So it's taken me a while to do this video, but I can do some more of those in future with more detail. As you can see, the face got really dark and patchy, and now I'm sort of blending everything again. I had to do that, and I don't know if I've already done it or if I'm about to make it even darker. But I had to do that, like, I can't remember what I've said in the live or not, but I think I touched on this. You need to make it really, you need to make things really dark and then bring them lighter and lighter and lighter. And by doing this, you get the right tone. So I guess I'm gonna have to do a video about this, explaining it properly. But what I'm saying is, if you want to paint a gray, it's better to do, say, a black, and then you come progressively with the white and so on until you get to the desired gray. Because by doing this, you've got all these extra layers of color, and then you can go like a skin. The skin is not smooth, so you can go more or less with that tone that you're trying to do. But if you go straight for that gray, for example, then it's too flat. So that's why when you're painting,
you know, you make it look kind of weird at one point. Like now it's starting to look good, but a second ago it was getting really dark and weird and patchy and whatever. That's what you got to do. You know, you build up the layers. This is like Photoshop. I've said this many times, and this is like the primary colors. You know, pink, yellow, blue, black, white. This is the thing. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again because it's so important. Layers, layers, layers whenever you're painting. And once you've got all of this, then you finish with the highlights with the white and the black, and the painting comes to life. As you can see, that little white spot on the nose just makes really the nose stand out, and the shadows underneath just really work together. So I think that's pretty cool. I love my wall in my garden, it's brilliant. So there'll be more videos like this. But do let me know what you want me to paint, whether it's a portrait, a piece, or anything, and I'll get to it.
Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm playing with fire. I got this empty can of white, which is not ideal, but I'm trying to finish it. And if I hold back on the spray, then I've got just a tiny bit that comes out, but it's so easy for a big thing to come out. So I'm having to be a bit careful. But yeah, it's fun. What I'm also doing is I'm sort of putting my hand here to shelter. You can see the white splatter on my glove to sort of shelter the spray so it doesn't fall, you know, down on whatever. Well, some of it does, but not too much. And even though it doesn't look so good and it looks all messy when you look back, look at that, she's even sun-kissed. Okay, the light ain't working, but you see that looks sort of realistic, like she's got greasy skin, which she might not like, but it's just gonna help that much more with my realism. So this is the finished piece. It took a while, 6:30, just in time to capture it before the sun goes. Really happy about the results. Glad I painted it a second time. The first time I wasn't so happy. This time I think it looks pretty cool. Bam! Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for many more live videos with the Graffiti Kings on Facebook. Also plenty more videos coming to my YouTube. And you can have a look at the website, Instagram, all that to hear what I'm up to, and you can ask me for some topics if you want to. As you can hear, I'm tired, time to get a shower and edit this video, put it up for you guys, and that's it. So if you enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, share, and whatever. Bye.